It was yesterday that we reported 199 people in Ottawa had tested positive for COVID-19, and today we're reporting 309 people. This rapid increase in people testing positive for COVID-19 is concerning to me. It's Omicron that's present in our community and spreading rapidly. And with other variants of COVID-19, the hospitalizations and death are a lagging indicator where we'd expect to see the impact on local hospitals in the coming weeks. And the best science we have from the Ontario Science Advisory Table is showing, according to their projections, we're on the worst possible curve in terms of where the people testing positive is going, and that it would be followed by hospitalizations that will be hard to handle unless we take action. And as the Science Advisory Table stated yesterday, waiting to take action means waiting until it's too late to take that action as needed. That's why today, as Ottawa's Medical Officer of Health, I am issuing a letter of instruction to businesses with directions for additional and immediate action to further limit the spread of COVID-19 to protect our residents and reduce the potential impact on our healthcare resources and essential services. So effective Monday, December 20th, 2021 at 12:01 a.m. until further notice, capacity limits and physical distancing requirements will be reinstated in Ottawa. The following settings will have capacity and physical distancing requirements reinstated to 50%, regardless of requirements to check proof of vaccination. So the impacted settings include meetings and event spaces, including conference centers and convention centers, restaurant bars and other food or drink establishments without dance facilities, personal care services such as hair salons, barbershops, beauty salons, piercing services, and tattoo studios, indoor recreational amenities and indoor facilities used for sports and recreational fitness activities, including areas for spectators within those facilities, indoor clubhouses affiliated with outdoor recreational amenities, indoor concert venues, theaters, and cinemas, museums, galleries, and similar attractions, casinos, bingo halls, and other gaming establishments, indoor fairs, rural exhibitions, festival, and similar events, and faith-based organizations and places of worship. So the total number of members in the public permitted to be in an indoor portion of the space at any one time must be limited to the number that can maintain a physical distance of 2 meters from every other person in the business or facility. In addition, these spaces must not exceed the 50% capacity. So there will be additional requirements for businesses and organizations that serve food and beverages. These new requirements include that the patrons must be seated at all times when consuming food or drink, and no more than 6 individuals are allowed per table. In addition to the guidance set out in the letter of instruction, Ottawa Public Health is calling on all local employers and businesses to support employees working from home if possible, and not to ask employees to return to a physical location for the time being. We are anticipating hearing more from the province this afternoon. We've seen the announcement of the 3:30 press conference. And so we will provide further updates to Ottawa residents if the situation's changing. Certainly, if the province comes out with similar recommendations, that's positive. We think they're needed in Ottawa. That's what I'm speaking to today. And if there are more restrictions, that the stronger the measure will apply. As your medical officer of health, I am asking each and every resident in Ottawa for their cooperation in the coming weeks. So I'm strongly recommending and I'm urging that people in Ottawa keep your gatherings as small as possible, to limit the number of people that you come into close contact with, to suspend participation in all indoor sports and team play for the time being, and not to attend large venues, to avoid crowds. And if you do choose to attend an event that's large, wear a mask at all times. It was an extremely difficult decision to issue a letter of instruction at this time, knowing all that people have been through, and there are significant impacts for businesses and individuals with this measure. We know it will cause additional stress during one of the busiest times of the year. So we ask for everyone's cooperation to support businesses and employees and patrons during this stressful time. And I recognize that there are significant delays also on another subject of being able to access testing. So the spread of Omicron has overwhelmed our testing resources in the region. The testing task force and our hospital partners, they're working diligently to develop solutions. However, the testing capacity will not keep up with COVID-19 as it grows like this. So we don't need a test to protect others. If you have symptoms, you can assume that you have COVID-19 and self-isolate. That will protect others from COVID-19. And similarly, household members need to isolate, regardless of their vaccination status. If you've been tested and you're waiting for test results, please isolate until you receive a negative result. Do not attend school, sports, or extracurricular activities while waiting for test results. Interacting with others and not following public health guidance has significant ripple impacts on others in the community. So in addition to taking these actions, we are still, of course, encouraging people to get their vaccines, first, second, or third dose. And we know the demand is extremely high. So we're doing everything we can to open up more appointments, increasing our capacity. We want to vaccinate everyone who's eligible as soon as possible. So to date, it's over 121,000 doses, third doses to be clear, have been administered to Ottawa residents. And on Monday, it's another 634,000 people in Ottawa, 18 years and older, will be eligible for a third dose. So we can't completely immediately meet this demand, but it does give me great hope that many people are actively seeking to protect themselves and their family, and that we have a strong team working on growing capacity each day. So we're asking residents of Ottawa for their patience and their understanding as we work through this weekend and the following days to meet this demand. The reality is on Monday, we may not have a lot of new appointments for the newly eligible 18 plus population. There may be no or very few appointments available, but please follow Ottawa Public Health announcements on our website and our social media for the latest information on available appointments. My understanding is that the supply distributed to pharmacies is growing next week. The pharmacies will have more supply. So I acknowledge this is all difficult news to hear. It's difficult to announce. If you are struggling or you need someone to talk to, I encourage you to reach out. There are resources in the community available to help you 24/7. Please don't give up, Ottawa. We worked so hard over the past 2 years to help keep each other safe. And as individuals, we do have control over the choices we make. We are not helpless in the face of Omicron. And this surge, like others in the past, will come and go, and we'll make it through. But please take care of yourself and others during these difficult times. Whenever possible, find the time to help each other smile, reach out to those you love. We are tougher than we think. We will make it through this wave.